Stepping up now, Albert Almora. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Hernandez has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, second baseman, Daniel Martin.
The 3-2 pitch. Here's one hit softly down the line in left. Foul. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Cubs are down in order, and now we'll see what the Giants. Here's Joe Panik. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He pulls this one into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. In now, Ortiz Hernandez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer so far in the series as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise. Box, Buster Posey. Here now the 2-2. Hard liner to center field. And Buster's going to make his way aboard. He's got a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
The 1-1 home. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that'll ricochet off that brick wall in right. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And show track tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Into the box, Brandon Crawford. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is Almora onto the garden netting and gone.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already wrecked him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Hit hard on the ground to third. On to first, and a sigh of relief as Longoria's retired easily for the second out. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's gone 3 for 6. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Standing in, Chris Stratton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. 9 men come to the plate, however. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. Ready with another 0-2. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Crawford to his left. He's there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. The 1-1. Now it's driven the other way with some authority. Headed toward the foul pole. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Here's Javier Baez. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Popped him up. Longoria has room in foul territory, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Next to bat for the Giants, Joe Panik hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Center fielder, Ortiz Hernandez.
The 1-1 home. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Here's Buster Posey now. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Oh, and now Posey gets around on one and drives it out to deep left field. This one's into the bleachers and gone. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Stepping in now, Brandon Belt to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home run. A solo home run here for Brandon Belt. His first homer here in the series as this lead swells to 7-0. Into the box now, Brandon Crawford. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. A ball ticketed for right center, but the ticket is revoked as he goes up to pull this one down. Don't touch that remote. So striding forward now, Kyle Schwarber. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point. He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. A strike to Contreras, and it's 1-1. And it's fouled away. Two and 2 to the Cubs catcher. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They're down by a touchdown. So coming to the plate, number 26, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good...
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Cole Hamels is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Standing in now, Evan Longoria. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Longoria will take the turn and head for second now. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And show track tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Into the box, Hunter Pence. Lifted in the air out towards left center.
Waiting on it is Almora.
One down. So in now for San Francisco, Chris Stratton. The 1-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Baez has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's Joe Panik. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hamels comes set. Here comes the 3-2. Hard hit ball to second. Murphy's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Giant. Here's Ben Zobrist now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Now at the plate, Albert Almora. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now. So for anything he's bringing.
The 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Up with it is Longoria, and there are 2 away now. Here's Daniel Murphy now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Now to the plate, Gorkys Hernandez. He'll lead it off here against Cole Hamels. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And it's gone as they add still another.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
Stepping in now, Buster Posey. There's a drive out to left center field. Posey will take the turn and head for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one going for extra bases off the bat. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 10-0 score. And he is in there with an RBI triple. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Previously against Cole Hamels, the pitchers owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Almora going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Crawford takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate, so 1 runs across, but the second one is cut down trying to score. Digging in once again, number 26. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here. Almora is there, 2 gone.
Now batting.
So 2 away for the Giants here in the 4th. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. This is line to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Another good inning for the Giants. Who's got it better than those folks right there? A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A high fastball is in there. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th, with a punch out, 1 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So he punches him out and looking at the fastball. Anthony Rizzo goes down for out number 2 in the top half. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Almora is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting.
At the plate, Chris Stratton. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, you talk about having a game right here. This guy's working on a no-no, and he mixed in a knock. How would you like to be on the mound knowing you got more hits than the opposition? You haven't given up anything yet.
Into the box now, Joe Panik. This is pulled into right. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Coming to the plate now, Borges Hernandez. Comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. Now the relay home, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scored. Ready now, Buster Posey. Runner in scoring position with 2 runs. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
I'll tell you, guys are scrambling in the dugout to get to the plate now, and I can't blame them. Seems like everyone's getting in on the action. That's the 7th home run of the game. When it rains, it pours, I guess.
Standing in now, Brandon Belt. Zobrist ranging back, still going back. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home run. Into the box, Brandon Crawford. Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it is Almora. And the inning is over. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the... Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Into the cove, but foul. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving over is Pence, and he's got it one away. Jason Hayward is going to grab a bat now and hit for the pitcher, Hamels.
Number 22, Jason Hayward.
Fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Longoria calls for it, and that's the third out. Cubs are down in order. Start the bus. Carl Edwards Jr. gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Number 26 will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, well, he is in there with a triple.
It was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Schwarber going back on it, and it's gone. In now, Hunter Pence. Line towards center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Pence.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
Nick Hundley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5, Nick Hundley.
On the move is Pence. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away. Ready for another shot now. Yorkis Hernandez hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Dive, but it's off his glove, and the run should score. And he's safe.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that dude said it, Hero. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed so he can find a gap or find one down the line. Maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
The relay, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third. Boy, they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here. Those don't come along every day. set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
And there's a base hit on the line.
And the run is in to score from third. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Murphy has it. There's one. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back here in San Francisco. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Mark Melanson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 41.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Ben Zobrist was down for the first out in the 7th inning. High in the air out to center field. Hernandez is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's Daniel Murphy now. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Bouncer to the left side. Taken in by Longoria. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And as you can see, they are way behind. Justin Wilson enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Ready for another chance. Number 26. Big game for him so far. He's homered twice and added a triple for good measure. And there's one down now. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Lifetime numbers against Justin Wilson. He's hitless in 6 tries.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Swing hard liner to left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
And that's off his leg on the mound. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. Here's Joe Panic, and they're runners at the corners now.
You know, D-Row, it's not very often that pitchers are able to get some base hits. Even though that's an infield knock, he'll take that every day of the week.
Are you kidding me? From a defensive standpoint, this is rock bottom. I mean, the pitcher is beating out infield singles. What else is next?
So striding in, Ortiz Hernandez. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. Here's Chris Bryant now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 1-2. Lays off. 2-2 now.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
The 2-2 one more time. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
To 1-2 now. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
Addison Russell, see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here. The bouncer to the left side. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Brian Dunzing comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. There's Baez. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. One gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. And it's gone as they add still another.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls to the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only 1 game, but that's his 3rd homer of the game, and we're not done yet. This is the kind of stuff.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. Zobrist racing back. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. Crawford takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And it's there, but it's dropped at the plate. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Stepping in now, number 26. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Murphy. Throw in time at first for route number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
So standing in, Evan Longoria. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. Into the box now, Hunter Pence. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Steven Duggar will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Pence over at first with 2 gone. Back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Second baseman, number 4.
Here's Joe Panik. Lifetime against Brian Dunsey. He's 2 for 3. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Murphy's got it. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So they strike for 3 runs. Back now in Northern California's Bay Area. We're set to continue the 9th inning in this one. Will Smith comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Heading out towards shallow right. Pence is there, and there are 2 men gone now. And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants have taken their first step as they claim game 1 here at home. This ball game is over. One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. For Game 3 in the NLCS, the Giants held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 4-2. They will take a 3-0 series lead into Game 4. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow.